You ever do something nice for someone, a small act of kindness, and then wonder, did that even make a difference? It can feel like a tiny drop in a huge ocean. But what if I told you that one good deed doesn't just add to the world, it actually multiplies? What if it could spark thousands of little miracles? Well, today we're going to crack open an ancient text that holds the secret to how this works. And believe it or not, it all starts with something as simple as a single meal.
So let's kick things off. Our story actually starts not thousands of years ago, but right here, in the modern world, with a real-life example that shows how one single act of compassion can, quite literally, lead to thousands of miracles.
And this is really the big question we're tackling, isn't it? How can one good deed truly change the world? It sounds a little cliché, maybe a bit idealistic, but we're about to look at a very real, very concrete answer by connecting a modern social movement to a truly ancient way of thinking.
Okay, check this out. This is the story of the Bapeo movement in South Korea, basically free meal services. It all kicked off back in 1998, right in the middle of a major financial crisis. Just one person started it, but then something amazing happened. In the early 2000s, these volunteer-run meal services just started popping up everywhere, all on their own. And now, it's a massive nationwide network of people helping people, with no CEO, no central headquarters, nothing. It just grew.
It's really like one single seed just bloomed into a whole field of thousands of flowers. It's this beautiful, organic explosion of kindness. But it leaves you wondering, how? How does that even happen? Well, to understand it, we need to turn to a really powerful idea from an ancient Buddhist text, the Kṣitigarbha Sutra.
All right, so to figure out the how, we're going to pivot. We're leaving modern-day Korea for a moment and jumping way back into this epic, almost cosmic scene described right in the Sutra.
Just try to picture this. The Sutra describes this incredible gathering. Beings are arriving from, and I'm quoting here, hundreds, thousands, tens of thousands, millions of unthinkable, countless worlds. But here's the wild part. All of these beings are actually manifestations, or what the text calls division bodies, of one single super compassionate being, Kṣitigarbha. They've all been out there, across the entire universe, helping others, and now they're all coming together in one place.
And that brings us to this really cool concept, the division body, or bunshin. Now, what is that? Don't get hung up on the word. It's not a clone, not a simple copy. Think of it like a personalized, customized form of help that shows up exactly when and where it's needed. You know, one person might need a hot meal, another just needs someone to listen, a third might need some practical advice. Each one of those specific acts of help is its own unique division body of compassion.
So here's where it all clicks together. How does this ancient idea of countless helping hands explain a modern movement like Bapeo? This is the core logic of how compassion doesn't just add up, it multiplies. You know, in our world today, it's so easy to feel like we're all just separate individuals, kind of isolated. You might do something nice, but it feels like this one-off event that doesn't go anywhere. But the Sutra gives us this totally different way of seeing it, the logic of a connected network. In this network, when you share compassion, you don't lose anything. Instead, you inspire the person you helped to then go and help someone else. Your one little act kicks off a chain reaction, creating this incredible, expanding web of care. And the process itself is just beautiful in its simplicity. It all starts with one person helping another. But then, the person who got that help is inspired, and they go on to help someone else. They basically become a new division body of compassion. And with every new act, the network just keeps growing, not one by one, but exponentially. That is exactly what happened with the Bapeo movement. One act of kindness truly did inspire thousands more.
Now, this isn't just some nice, feel-good idea. It's actually grounded in a really profound philosophical principle that gives it a ton of weight. The principle is summed up in this phrase, Il Jukda Dajogil, which comes from a school of thought called Huayan Buddhism.
So what on earth does that mean, right? One is all and all is one. Well, think of it this way. A single, genuine act of kindness doesn't just represent compassion. It contains the potential for all compassion. That single Kṣitigarbha and all those countless division bodies out there helping, they're not actually separate. They're all part of the same thing. That very first free meal service in 1998, it had the DNA of the entire nationwide network inside of it. Your one small act of kindness holds the potential for a global movement of care.
So, we've gone from a modern movement to an ancient text to some pretty deep philosophy. But the most important part of this whole journey is what it means for you, right here, right now. How do you actually join this incredible gathering of compassion?
And here is the absolute best part of it all. You don't have to be a superhero or some enlightened saint to make a difference. The Sutra teaches us that anyone can become a division body. All you have to do is choose to be one link in this amazing, ever-growing chain of care.
So how do you do it? How do you create your own division body? Well, here are a few super simple ways to start. You can pay it forward. When someone does something nice for you, instead of paying them back, pass that kindness on to someone else. You could share positive stories online, not to brag, but to inspire others. You can literally join the gathering by finding a local volunteer group in your community. Or even simpler, before you do something kind, just take a quiet moment to set an intention, to honor this vast network of helpers that you're about to become a part of.
And that's where we'll leave it, with this question for you. Because a single act is never, ever just a single act. It's a seed that can grow into a forest. It's one note that can start a whole symphony. It is your own unique division body, just waiting to come into the world. So, today, what form will your compassion take?